Greetings, You Can't Beat Bluers. Gary Carter Green here with you, and this is your You Can't Beat Blue Daily Briefing. We're heading to new territory today. It is the birthplace of 7 U.S. presidents, so grab your windbreaker. We're heading to the Buckeye State. Let's go! The Cook Political Report currently rates Ohio's 1st congressional district as a toss-up. And that is not good news if you're a Republican incumbent Congressman Steve Chabot, or as I like to call him, Grumple Trumpskin. Republican Steve Chabot, aka Grumple Trumpskin, is an opponent of the Affordable Care Act, and he also believes that evidence for man-made climate change is, quote, far from conclusive. I got a spare room in Portland you might want to come hang out in this week, Congressman. It's nice and toasty, day and night. Steve Chabot is also an advocate of teaching intelligent design in Ohio classrooms. Are we still dealing with this? Who are these people? They're making decisions for other Americans. We gotta do something, folks. Here is Chabot at the impeachment hearings, and he's putting the finishing touches on his Trump enabler pageant sash. Take a look.
Relative to that phone call that our President Trump, had with the President of Ukraine, the number of people that were listening in on this phone call, and is that in the national interest of our country? It's incredible how many people, you think our president's talking to their president, you got all these people listening in, and if they are listening in, shut up about it. You know, the president is talking frankly with another president. You know, he's going to make comments. You know, you think you're doing that in confidence with the other country, not having everybody else listening in. So our State Department, the executive branch, and many others need to tighten up these phone calls for our national security interests, and that goes whether we have a Republican administration, as we do right now, or a Democratic administration as we have maybe decades down the road.
He's just talking plainly. This is the way presidents have to talk sometimes. So just let him abuse power. Let him solicit from foreign governments interference in our election, and shut up about it, you dummies. Hey, who wants to hear about intelligent design? Huh? You would think that a congressman that has been sent back over and over again by the people of Ohio, except for one term, all the way back since 1995, must have a great way of connecting with the locals, but Steve Chabot didn't grow out of the ground that way. Here's proof. In 2011, he actually had security guards take away phones and cameras from the constituents who had shown up to Chabot's own town hall meeting. No cameras except for the camera crew that Chabot himself had hired to record the event. Here's some footage that was snagged from that. Take a look. It's very Grumple Trumpskin.
Sir, on the highway.
I'm well within my rights.
Let it go.
I'm well within my rights documenting this event.
You're not a member of the press, sir.
I'm well within my rights documenting this
It's
event.
peaceful. Okay?
No one, this is a public building.
Okay.
No one has a right to
Sir.
say that we can't utilize our phones and equipment.
Sir.
Point it to him when you've got it on. I'm not being obnoxious.
Rights being violated in this room once again. Despite requests, all of you are going to be denied the right to speak here tonight. A public building, at a public meeting, document what a public official is saying. That is not only the press's right, that's the public's right.
So who's that guy? He should be running for office. Sir, Ohio needs you. Well, until he decides to throw his hat in the ring, we Democrats actually have a very good candidate for Ohio's 1st congressional district this time around. And good news, our candidate was endorsed by President Barack Obama. And that's not all. She's also been endorsed by Pete Buttigieg. Pete Buttigieg. Don't you love Pete Buttigieg? Remember when Pete Buttigieg was running for president and things were good? And I had my binder full of Pete with all that information. Let's look at the binder full of Pete. Wait. Am I getting it right? No, Pete does it better than I do. All right, well, here she is. Here's the candidate that both Barack Obama and Pete Buttigieg are madly in love with, Kate Schroder. Oh, I like her already. Look at that smile. Kate Schroder is every next door neighbor I ever had. Kate Schroder earned an MBA at Wharton. She has a bachelor's in political science. She spent 12 years at the Clinton Health Access Initiative working in essential medicines. And she's also directed anti-HIV and diarrhea programs in the nations of Zambia and Uganda. In 2011, Kate Schroder was diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma herself. That granted her a ticket to enjoy the US healthcare system up close and personal, and she is now vowing to help other people who have gone through similar experiences or are going through similar experiences right now. She's fighting to help lower prescription costs, insurance premiums, and reducing infant and maternal mortality rates among African Americans. Gee, someone with actual medical experience being voted into Congress in the middle of a worldwide pandemic. It doesn't sound all that bad. She's got some things to say on gun safety measures as well. Brace yourselves. Take a look.
As someone who's worked in public health my entire career, we're losing 100 Americans a day to gun violence. That is 11 times the rate of comparable countries. It is not because people are different here, it is because we do not have the same common sense gun safety measures. So I support red flag laws, I support expanded background checks, I support a ban on military-style weapons, and I support funding for the CDC to research gun violence.
When their day ends, mine is just getting going. In times like these, you gotta juggle and get work in whenever you can. It's how I led public health programs that reduced drug prices and expanded dental care on the Cincinnati Board of Health. Going the extra mile? It's who I am and what I'll bring to Congress. I'm Kate Schroder, and I approve this message because I'm ready to work hard for you.
If you'd like to see Democrat Kate Schroder win this House seat away from Grumple Trumpskin Steve Shabbat, this is another flippable seat, folks, but it's flippable for only a limited time. Head to kateforcongress.com if you like what you see. Send her a couple bucks. kateforcongress.com. I'd also like to add, this is her very first race. This is the first time she's ever run for office. Good for you, Kate Schroder. We appreciate you throwing your hat in the ring. I'm done for the day. Enjoy me on social media. Everybody does. You Can't Beat Blue at Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. The website, youcan'tbeatblue.com, and the Facebook group, facebook.com/groups/youcan'tbeatblue. I'll be back next week. Have a wonderful weekend. Do something for a Democrat. Gary out.